Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird.
Hello, viewers. Welcome back to Paranormal Diary. First story is from a former morgue assistant. He told me his story by an email last night. And the second story is from my late aunt. She was a nurse at a local hospital in mid 80s.
Story 1.
Hi, I am a former morgue assistant and I had worked in many morgues throughout the whole city. I am retired and old now. One night something paranormal happened in the morgue, which I didn't tell anyone, but now I want others to hear my story. Before telling my story, I should tell you one thing. At the time of the incident, I had like 10 plus years of experience as a morgue assistant, so I was not afraid of the dead bodies, and I also didn't mind night shifts. One night I was on my duty, and in the hospital, the morgue was in the basement. As usual, the bodies were transferred to me through an elevator. My job was to receive, clean, store the body in the cooler room, and to do some paperwork associated with the dead body. It was around 2 at night when I got the call to receive a dead body from the elevator. I reached the elevator, received the body, and took it to a room of temporary storage where the body was to be kept for a while. After I completed the paperwork and cleaning, it was the time to store the body in the cooler room. So I took it to the cooler room and opened an empty drawer where the dead body was to be placed. When I was placing the body inside, I heard a noise at my back. I was alone in the room because the drawers were designed in a way that it didn't require more than one person to place the corpse inside them. I ignored the noise because I couldn't think of anything that would produce noise around me. Then I heard the noise again. After a moment, I heard it again. This time, same noise but a bit louder than the previous two. When I looked behind me, a drawer in which I had placed a body of a murdered woman last week was open. There was no way that the drawer could get open by itself. I went closer to the drawer and shut it close. When turned back, I heard the same noise of drawer opening. I looked behind me, and the same drawer was fully opened and sheets uncovering the face. I got little scared at this point. I went closer to the drawer to see what is wrong with it. What I saw shocked me. Body was a week old and there was blood coming out of the stitches. I got panicked. I quickly tried to cover the body. When I looked at her again, I saw her eyes wide open and she murmured a name. I shoved the body in the drawer and ran outside. I got so afraid that I started to shiver. I hardly made it to home that day and got heavy fever. I quit the job next day and found job at another morgue after a few days. I didn't tell anyone about this incident and now I regret it because I think she was trying to tell me the name of her murderer and I could have helped her. I still remember her face.
Story 2.
I was a nurse at a local hospital and my job was quite difficult. I used to do the nights as well as the morning shifts. I had my duty in the OT section, so it was like always a busy area. I was a very jolly person back then, and I liked to meet everyone with great enthusiasm. All of my colleagues were very good except one girl. She was an arrogant and rude person. She was very mysterious and odd. Almost everyone hated her because of her negative attitude. She used to spend most of her time alone in the morgue, although her duty was to transfer the bodies from third floor to morgue. But it was unusual for someone like her to spend a lot of time there without any good reason. One night, me and some of my colleagues didn't had enough work to do, unless there were some cases of emergency, so we sat in our staff room just to pass time. While we were talking, one of my friends decided to tell us something about that rude nurse, which we had never expected her to reveal. She told us that one night after work she decided to follow the weird nurse to see what she does in the morgue. She saw her taking the body to the storage room, which was used to keep empty body bags and equipment before taking it directly to the morgue. She took body inside that room. My friend tried to peek from outside of the room to see what she was doing. What she saw was unbelievably scary. She saw the nurse light a candle and performing witchcraft rituals on the body. She got scared and came back. From that time, she was afraid of talking to her, and she never shared what she saw, thinking that the witch would somehow know and will harm her by using black magic. Days passed, and with each passing day, the rude nurse was getting wealthier and wealthier. We knew that it was because of her black magic, but we never tried to mess with her in order to keep ourselves safe. One day I was minding my own business when that rude came to me and started to argue over some of the papers. Argument got hot and long. I said her that she is a disgusting witch and I left. I didn't take it very serious and neither did any of my colleagues. On my way back to home, I had an accident. Several bones of my body broke, and from that time I am unable to walk. I had to leave my job because of the inability, but after a few months I adjusted myself according to my condition. A week later, my husband had an accident too, and he died. His car was crushed, then I felt like I was going to die too. My condition started to become stable when that nurse got retired from her job. I guess after being retired, she didn't find any other dead bodies to perform her witchcraft. For some years, I didn't hear anything about that nurse from anyone, but then an old friend from hospital told me that the nurse had committed suicide, but I still feel that someone is near me all the time and I feel fear being alone too. We upload every Monday, so please subscribe to our channel and press on the bell icon to get notified on every upload.